Tom Brady showed off his arms yesterday in this flexing picture from the set of his new 80 for Brady movie. He's 44, of course. He captioned the photo, quote, "The exact moment Tom Brady went Hollywood." TB12 also gave Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson a shout out, joking that he could be his stunt double. I guess sun's out, guns out?
Yeah.
Shannon, on a scale of 1 to 1,000,000, how tired are you getting of Tom Brady's social media posts?
I'm 1,000,000. I'm at a 1,000,000.
I'm
at a zillion. Whatever. I don't have enough zeros to explain how tired I am of Tom Brady because it's always about Tom Brady. And I don't care if Tom Brady plays till he's 50. Eventually, Tom Brady, people are going to start talking about you. And you can't have enough social media posts. This isn't about talking about the game or about the draft. This is about Tom Brady. I keep telling you this man has an unquenchable ego, an unquenchable thirst to be loved, to be talked about. And you, every time I've been telling you, Tom Brady is more like Shannon Sharp than you previously thought, and you wanted to shoot me down. Tom Brady loves attention. This is all about Tom Brady. Oh, hey, P.S. The Rock, I'm free until August if you need somebody for this. I mean, stop, sit down. Jeez.
This reminds me of somebody sitting on his couch eating Ruffles named Lagon.
He ain't tweeting it.
Thirsty?
Is he not tweeting it? That was a commercial. If Tom Brady was in a commercial, I got no problem with that. But this is social media. This is about Tom. Look at me, guys. Come on, bro. I've seen women in the carpool line with bigger arms than that. Get out my camera. Get off my social media page. As a matter of fact, I'm about to stop following you, NFL, because you keep posting this. I definitely don't follow him, but I'm about to stop following the NFL because I'm enough with this.
Shannon Sharp, he got you again.
He didn't get me. Everybody's tired of him. Skip, you keep talking about he got me. People are tired of seeing Tom Brady making it about him. I thought this was the most selfless guy there was. This is not selflessness.
He is rubbing your Hall of Fame nose in the fact that he is the unquestioned GOAT.
Skip, that ain't got nothing to do with it.
He does not have a Shannon Sharp body. He's making fun of himself. This is as self-deprecating as you can get.
This is about look at me. This is about talk about me. This is about Tom Brady seeking and loving attention. You can make it all about that Tom Brady's rubbing my nose in it, but Tom Brady loves attention. Tom Brady loves being talked about, and you know it, and deep down inside, you won't admit it.
I'll admit that he is trying to shame you with the fact that he dominates your sport that you loved and played and are Hall of Famed for.
Yes.
And he's sarcastically referencing and flexing his body.
Skip.
He's even doing his all-time ugliest 40 at the Combine, his all-time ugliest shirtless picture at the Combine. He's now doing a mock pose, a mock flex, because he knows he's got wimpy little arms that are worse than the women in the carpool line or whatever you just said.
Yeah.
He knows that, but he is sticking it back to you saying, yeah, I know I got little arms, and guess what I'm doing? I'm making a movie in which I'm the star, and I'm the GOAT, and I'm coming back at 45, and we just might be the favorites to win it all next year.
And I bet Rotten Tomatoes going to give it a 700 to give it no tomatoes.
No tomatoes?
It's going to be a terrible movie, Skip Bayless.
Kind of like what LeBron tried to pull off
can I ask you a question?
Failed and got a Razzie for?
Tell me the quarterback that you've covered that had a great body, that was abbed up, that had biceps, had triceps, had caps on their shoulders. I want you to tell me the quarterback. Was it Montana? Was it Elway? Was it Marino? Was it Peyton Manning? Name a quarterback that had a great body that you can think of.
Honestly, Roger Staubach had a good body, and he worked on it.
Okay.
That's the only one I know.
Okay.
And Aikman's body was pretty good.
Aikman is in better shape now than he was when he played.
You could be right about that.
Because he takes it serious. He works out. He spins a lot.
Okay, but Tom knows that, and Tom knows that at 45, he just might win yet another MVP. He should have won last year.
No, he shouldn't have.
And that they just might be the favorite to win it all, and I think he's on a mission to get even once again.
You know what? I'm getting over these hip surgeries. I'm about to start jumping on social media. I'm starting to post and start posting. I don't want to hear nothing. I'm about to start posting shirtless photos, flexing.
Okay, you're missing the point.
No, the point is I want to make it about me.
He's laughing about his body. He's shaming himself to shame you.
How he shaming himself, Skip? This is about look at me. Anytime you post something on social media.
He thinks he has a great body?
No, he doesn't. No. But he's Skip, talk about me. We're talking about him. We're talking about him.
Well,
that's what he wants.
Talk about it,
he wants
he's
attention.
won 7 Super Bowls. He's about to win 8.
He didn't win the last one.
Yeah.
That's what you tell me. Yeah. When I say LeBron won 4, he didn't win last year.
Well, he
He's
almost
not playing
beat the team that eventually won it.
What that almost did? What is that?
Guys, the important follow-up question here, just let me jump in, is when was the last time Shannon was in a carpool line? That's what I want to know. But maybe that's a show for another day.
I don't know.
I wish you had a good answer.
Still to come this morning, we got to leave a little time to talk about the Grizzlies. Will they even up the series tonight against the Warriors? Skip and Shannon give their predictions. Surprise. Arizona going to be without DeAndre Hopkins to start the season. The league announced his 6-game suspension yesterday for violating its performance-enhancing drugs policy. Hopkins responded on social media, writing, "To learn that my November test came back with trace elements of a banned substance, I was confused and shocked. I am very mindful of what I put in my body and have always taken a holistic approach. I am working with my team to investigate how this could have happened. I apologize to Cardinals fans, my teammates, and the entire Cardinals organization." All right, Hollywood Brown, you are up to start the season. Shannon, what do you believe is the case here with Hop?
Now that Hollywood Brown situation makes perfect sense, doesn't it, Skip?
Well, better.
Yeah, now all of a sudden, I'm disappointed that DeAndre Hopkins put himself in this situation, and he said, I'm very mindful of what I put in my body. And these athletes are, Skip. They have private chefs, they have personal trainers, damn near 24 hours a day now. And so for him to make that mistake and say, how could this have happened? And for me, Skip, you trying to get to the bottom of it now? The test came back positive in November. So you had December to get to the bottom of it, January, February, March. We're in April now. No, hell, we're in May. So you had 5 months to get to the bottom of it. Now you're going to get to the bottom of it. Skip, I know it's Representative Doug Sanders. I've known Doug right out of college because he used to work with the company that I'm with now.
Yep.
And he said, he tested clean in October, tested positive in November, tested clean in December. Well, maybe he had something with a short shelf life in the system. And he just got caught at the wrong time. He got caught at the, excuse for lack of a better way, he got caught at the right time at the wrong moment. It's just disappointing, but Skip, there's a lot of money involved in this situation.
Yep.
There's a lot asked of these players to get on the field, be healthy. Skip, if I'm not mistaken, it was around the time he was dealing with that hamstring injury. There's a lot of pressure to get on the field and play. Remember, Skip, when you're on the field, I don't know about no knee. I don't know about no ankle, no shoulder, or no hamstring. All I see is 10, Cardinals, Hopkins. Okay, I needed them numbers to be up there. So I'm very disappointed. But, Skip, I'm not surprised now that athletes are going to this because there's too much money involved, and they want to get their share of it. So this is where we are now. I'm just disappointed that DeAndre would put himself in this situation.
Likewise, but these statements they issue are just laughable to me. And the more I read this one, the worse it got, to your point, because it's 5 months ago.
Right.
And yet, does this really sound like D-Hop to you? It sounds like somebody wrote it for
Yeah.
me. I was confused and shocked. I don't know. I am very mindful of what I put in my body. Mm-hmm. Would he say that? I don't think that's exactly what he said. I've always taken a holistic approach. Well, maybe he has, but would he say that in some sort of statement? I don't know. But the point is, I've been going through these PED suspensions for Lord knows how long. Mm-hmm. And it's always an aging player. He's going into his 10th year. He's approaching age 30. And obviously, later in the year, he suffered a career-threatening knee injury that required surgery.
Right.
It was MCL as opposed to ACL, so you got a little better shot at it. But to your point, it was earlier in the year, and he was starting to get nicked. He's starting to have hamstrings. But the beautiful thing about D-Hop was, through his first 8 years, he missed only 2 games.
Right.
So he was
durable.
Really durable. And then last year, he winds up missing 7 games, and then he had to miss, obviously, the playoff game.
Right.
They were 3-5 without him, which does not bode well going forward without him.
Right.
Because he is the ultimate security blanket for number, what's Kyler?
1.
1, yeah, number 1. I was going to 1 to 10.
Right.
So it's always something about I didn't know what I was putting in my body. But then the next part of his statement was kind of damning to me, almost an admission of guilt, because the statement goes on to say, but even as careful as I've been, clearly I wasn't careful enough. Well, so you did ingest something
Right.
that triggered a positive
Right.
response, right? And it was also interesting to me that Adam Schefter said on ESPN yesterday that he had already dropped his appeal process. So they accepted their punishment.
Right.
Here we go.
Right.
So it wasn't like they were going to fight to the Supreme Court over this.
And the thing